Well, good evening, Arkansas. Very happy Friday Eve to everybody out there around the state. Another dry and but pleasant Thursday across the state. Again, we have not seen rain once again today, but that does look to change as we head throughout the next couple of days. As we start to see the remnant moisture from the previous tropical storm Nicholas, along with an upper low to our west, will start to interact with also a boundary to our north, and that will bring at least the chance for some of us to see an increase in rainfall across the state. Overall, though, not a bad evening across the state this evening. 80s area wide, and to some who may not actually believe it, 1 week from now we will be talking about temperatures potentially a whole lot cooler than what we are talking right now when we do the evening outlook. So of course we will go over that in just a bit. But coming in this evening, 82 in Harrison, 84 up there on the hill in Fayetteville, 86 in Mena, 84 down in Texarkana. Of course, our cool spot coming in at down in El Dorado, where it is 79. Of course, we have seen widespread cloud cover across that part of the state as moisture continues to stream in this evening. But overall, a very nice evening across the state, and that will continue to be the case for much of the evening. If you are heading up to the hill on Saturday, of course, we have Arkansas playing Georgia Southern. It's going to be warm and it's going to be humid. Not much rainfall to be seen. A 3 o'clock kickoff up there on the hill. It's going to be warm. A kickoff temperature of around 88, possibly as high as 90 with the increased cloud cover. I don't think we get quite to 90 for kickoff, but of course we will be watching it again. No rainfall expected, but that also is still a possibility with the remnant moisture. Better chances as we go east of the hill on Saturday. Now, obviously, an unsettled weather pattern is finally starting to start. It's going to start mostly in South Arkansas tomorrow, and will gradually build throughout the state over the next few days. Of course, leading up to our fall cold front coming up early next week. Until then, though, we will have above average temperatures, and it will be quite humid in the short term, especially over the weekend. The good thing is with the humidity, it will actually keep our temperatures from getting too high and keep us mostly in the 80s instead of the 90s, like we saw with the dry air just a few days ago. As we have been talking about for several days across the state, the first taste of fall will be coming next week. As of now, timing is a consensus across the board showing Tuesday afternoon. A front coming across the state. Of course, temperatures falling throughout the day on Tuesday afternoon, especially across parts of northern Arkansas. And the big question still remains, will we see much rain or severe weather with this front? That's really kind of still the question mark that is very much up in the air right now. But rain chances do look to be elevated with the front. Severe chances remain to be seen, but of course, when you're talking about those temperatures going from near 90 into the 70s, then we definitely have to start talking about that potential for at least damaging winds. Of course, nothing has officially been put out by the SPC. As such, we have not mentioned it in our forecast yet, but the chance is definitely there, and of course, we are keeping a close eye on that as we go throughout the weekend and into next week. So for our folks in northern Arkansas, again, we're going to be warm and humid for much of the weekend, but not going to see much in the way of rain. Very low rain chances for much of the weekend into our early week. Of course, our pattern change front comes on Tuesday, and that will take our temperatures from the mid-80s down to the low 70s. But I want to point something else out. Look at your lows starting on Tuesday night, down into the 50s, and I cannot rule out 40s by Wednesday night, and especially on Thursday night with the dry air and clear skies in place. It will not take much for those temperatures to plummet overnight. Now, we're not talking of frost or anything like that, but would not be shocked to see our typically cold areas to get down into the mid 40s, especially on Wednesday and Thursday night, with those highs struggling to get into the 70s both on Wednesday and Thursday. Now something else to point out as well. On Wednesday, we could be talking about winds 20 to 30 miles an hour out of the northeast, which will also help to keep those temperatures down as well. So something to keep in mind as you start to plan your upcoming week ahead. Now, for our folks in Central Arkansas, again, we are going to be the warmest in the state for much of the upcoming weekend, with cloud cover to the south and a front to the north. We are kind of stuck in the middle. We will see partly cloudy skies for much of the upcoming weekend, but rain chances are elevated, especially from Little Rock Point south and east. So with that does mean our highs will be in the mid 80s to upper 80s versus the 90s, but we will also see those overnight lows stay up around 70 at least for a few more nights. Now, as we head into the Tuesday time frame, we could be talking about highs close to 90 just ahead of the front, and then they will plummet behind the front on Tuesday afternoon and evening. And again, same thing here, Wednesday and Thursday. I do not believe we will see anywhere near 80, with those lows down into the low 50s. And again, for our folks in the Ouachitas, same exact thing. Would not be shocked to see our lows touch right around 49 to 50 across parts of West Arkansas as well, especially around Rich Mountain, Mount Magazine, places like that. Now, across the south, this is where also, again, it's going to be cooler than across parts of Central Arkansas, with rain and cloud cover around again. We could see a strong storm or two on Friday, not anticipating much, but the bigger story is going to be much needed rain across South Arkansas, where we desperately needed higher rain chances in Southeast Arkansas versus Southwest, but overall, this is where our greatest coverage is going to be. Now, as we head throughout the weekend, rain chances still keeping our temperatures down, but with the humidity overnight, we'll be very uncomfortable with our lows around 70. Now, Tuesday, the front comes through. Definitely would not be surprised to see at least a small chance of isolated severe weather across parts of Southeast Arkansas, especially since we will have all day to warm up ahead of the front. And with sunshine potentially as well, we will definitely have to watch that as well. Have to watch those highs. I've gone 88 now. Would not be surprised to see 90s, especially in parts of the Delta, and this is where we will also have to watch for the possibility of those strong to severe storms, even greater than in Northwest and of course across parts of Central Arkansas. Now, as we head throughout Wednesday and Thursday, again, we will still be seeing those rain chances stick around on Wednesday and Thursday, but our temperatures come down into the 70s with lows in the 50s. But something else that I am watching as well is the potential for the front to stall out across parts of Southeast Arkansas. If that happens, we could be talking about the potential of a prolonged heavy rain event, especially from Tuesday and Wednesday, possibly into Thursday. For now, have the front going through with those lows down into the 50s and highs in the 70s. So overall, fall comes statewide, but we obviously, any changes, you will be the first to know right here on your source for all things Arkansas weather.